Interesting. I'd forgotten about this. Oh, no wonder. How have I not thought of this before? Interesting. Really interesting indeed. Oh, excuse me, who are you? Atop my tower, you little stranger of a gnome. How have you slipped past my guards? They were asleep. That's interesting. What have you come up here for? Also sleep. You are riddled with stress and anxiety. Taking quality sleep out of your possession, and you are coming to me to get that back. Are you looking for some sort of sleep potion, dare I say? Well, I have the right thing for you. A sleep potion. I don't need my book for this. I know it by heart. Do you know how many times I have made this? Nowadays, your generation of gnomes always be on their phones. And they can't sleep because of anxiety and stress and blue light. So, we're going to be fixing that for you. We are going to be taking my little bowl, pestle and mortar. It's not a bowl, it is either a pestle or a mortar. One of them is a pestle and the other is a mortar. I'm going to assume that this is a pestle and this is a mortar. I'm not into this materialistic word. I'm in the spells, the magic, the science, not the difference between pestle and mortar. So in this pestle we will be creating our little potion for our little anxiety-ridden boy. We are going to begin by pouring in some liquid, some basic liquid. Nothing interesting, bland liquid. Just so we can begin by adding our ingredients to this bland liquid. Let me open it up and in it goes. After that, I will be using the same bottle for your little body to go to sleep. Now we have our little water in there. Let's get it to proper form. So, how's it going in Gnome Land? I see. You've been fighting off a lot of knights lately. You've been at war with them. Very interesting. Either or, we will begin by adding the first true ingredient to this. Now, of course, I'm not some sort of chef to be adding the ingredients directly into the mortar. I will simply be putting it at energy distance. Our first ingredient is a pine cone that I have had sitting around for a while now. So we will be adding this pine cone to your little mortar. At this distance, it can give off the proper pine cone energy that it has to my mortar, and you will be hearing from it. That's how the ingredient works. It radiates its energy, and we have the chance to hear that happen. So let us begin. You like that pinecone energy, don't you? I think it's missing a little something. Let's just better. I think it's coming together. It's pretty nice indeed. Oh, my apologies, my apologies, my apologies. I believe it is the fairies. You know how they be. Last week I happened to cast a sort of love potion, and now the fairies be on my crystal for real. Let me look at my orb. Oh no, it's just my unemployed wizard friend. Let's look at what he has sent. That's funny. He says, goblins will see you flying on a cloud and say he too broke to afford a steed. I'm sorry, I have to reply to this. That is a good one, Gulu. Very funny. I'm so sorry about this. I will be putting my orb on Do Not Disturb. So, where were we? Ah, yes. We were done with the pinecone. We will be moving on to the second ingredient. So, for our second ingredient, we will be taking a bullet, because you can't spell sleep without bullet. I will be placing the bullet on the side. The energy from the bullet will be transferred to our mortar. Mortar or pestle? Mortar, I believe. Let us begin. Funny story. Last time an intruder came atop my tower, I casted a 12 gauge into their skull. Very powerful spell. But you're lucky. Because you're so tiny, the pellets of the 12 gauge spell would straight up miss you. Plus, don't tell anyone. My aim's kind of trash with the spells. This requires something extra. This requires something that is usually not added to potions, but I will make an exception for you to make that it works just fine. I will be adding a little light from the sides to make it bioluminescent. You might be wondering, why? Well, if you're going to be taking the potion at night, you might want to be able to see your potion at night. So this will take the light that I am infusing into it currently, and then during the night it will transfer it to your tiny little eyes, and you will be able to find your little potion and go right to sleep on your little matchbox bed or whatever you gnomes be using as beds. You gnomes are quite a wild card, I should say. If I was a gnome, I wouldn't be a gnome. I would simply not be a gnome. that is inferior. But let us continue. Now, I believe it is time for a taste test. Yes, advanced wizardry requires some taste tests. So let me look at this. Hold on a second. That doesn't taste good. That doesn't taste right. Why does it not taste right? I have to check why it doesn't taste right. Give me a second. My pardons to you. 177. Is there an exception to the sleep potion? Okay. Oh. Oh. How could I forget such a thing? How could I forget such a thing? Well, it appears that we need to add a little extra ingredient to it. It appears that I would have to add one of my little socks to it. I will be putting the sock here, but it needs to be timed right. If you put the sock for too long, it becomes socky. If you put the sock for too little time, it becomes soggy. So, for the clock, we will be having the sock inside, adding its radiated energy to it. Sometimes I just be munching on socks. Don't tell that to anyone either. You're kind of a cool guy. Next week you have some time. We could go sock munching together. Our potion here is coming together. Matter of fact, it's practically finished. I would just make it slightly potent for you. How do we do that? It's not too difficult. First I will remove the sock, and then I will grab the element that allows us to make it strong and potent for you. I have here a 1 kilogram metal of vibranium, and in order to add its energy, not only I will have to keep it close to the mortar, but I will have to do some reps. Yes, I know I'm quite strong indeed. You're making me blush. This should do the job. You know how I got all this strength? Strength potion? You can't tell though, I look natural, but actually I use strength potion, yeah. Humans call it steroids. So, now we are done with the weight. We'll be putting it aside. And your potion is pretty much coming together. It's basically done. Now we simply have to refill your little bottle and get you going. You think I can get this in one shot? Let's try. I got half of it in there. Half of it in there. It's good for you. It'll last you an entire winter. Oh, it's working. Eternal slumber. You better be on your way now. Before I just